Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your host for the Most Starting Toast. This is episode 2 of Road to 2000 in chess. Yesterday we won one game, we lost one game. Since then I've done some puzzles. I have played a few games so far. The London system has been working out pretty well for me, so maybe I'll keep doing that for the time being. But let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I did review my video that I made yesterday. I know that there were some things off. I was a little quiet. The clicking noises were too loud. So I fixed some audio issues and hopefully it's going to be better for you guys this time. So again, London system has been working out pretty well for me today. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with that. I know a lot of people, especially in higher levels, don't like the London because it does end up in draws a lot more than other openings. However, just for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and play this since it's been working out so well for me, and we'll see what happens. So he's threatening to take. I would then be doubling my pawns. However, if I take him here, he would take with his queen. So let's go ahead and see what would be the best option. I could go here and then take with a knight. That might be better. Or I could bring my queen out. I don't want to block this off with my knight because my queen is currently guarding these two positions. So maybe it'd be best for me to just go ahead and bring my queen out here. But then, if he takes and I take with my queen, then he'll probably just start pushing. So you know what? Let's go ahead and move my knight. Maybe I'll move my knight over here. And now that I think about it, I probably should have just gone here and sucked it up, but oh well. Now he went ahead and castled already, so I could continue pushing. However, I want to bring all of my pieces in on the action. And if I go here, he's most likely just going to push, and then I'll have to back away. So that's not going to do much. I'll go ahead and just leave my knight for now. Hopefully he's able to come in later. It would be nice to get my rook in this position and take over this G file so that if I decide to bring my bishop up at any point, he wouldn't be able to take because his king would be getting checked. So maybe I could bring my queen here at some point and go ahead and enact that plan. But then again, I think I'm just thinking too far into it right now. Let's go ahead and just focus on what's happening right in front of me. So I do want to continue developing. I would like to bring my queen out. Not too far. Probably, I'm thinking right here. But this guy won't be protected after that, so I do want to make sure that he's protected. Maybe I'll just go ahead and move him later. Let's go ahead and push my queen up, strengthen my king side, and I could castle and then start bringing in my other pieces. We are playing a 1202, so similar rating to myself. So far he's playing pretty well, but we're only 6 turns into the game, so nothing too complicated happening so far. While he makes a decision, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Skittles. Taste the Rainbow. Link to their website is in the description, and I highly recommend them. Alright. So maybe what I could do is bring my queen here. That way I'll take, he'll take, and then I could take him. Could go here, threatening my queen. So let's bring my pawn up first to prohibit him from moving here. Then I'll move my queen, and then I'll try to go in for the attack. He's probably going to make some preparations before then that will prevent that from happening. but it's better to have some sort of plan than no plan. Okay, so he starts to push with his pawns. If I take, he takes, I take, so I should be fine. I'm forking these two. So I'm not sure if he blundered there or what just happened. I think he just made a big mistake by pushing that pawn willy-nilly. Which is how chess goes in, when you're around 1200 level. Okay, so he takes one of my pawns to threaten my queen. I am unable to take him because he has his knight. So let's see what the best course of action would be here. If I were to go here and he takes, then I could take, he take me. I could go here and put him in check, but then he'd just move back. So that wouldn't be a whole lot of help for me. I'm thinking the best decision would simply be to move here. But then he probably will move here. And then I could take him. So let's go to move here. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. I still have him forked. I'm now threatening this bishop. So I think that I'm still doing okay. If he wants to get out of this without losing material, I think he's going to have to bring his queen in on the action. Okay. So he takes the knight. If I'm to go here, I should be good. Or I could take one of these two. I could take him, and he can't take because of my bishop. And while he's distracted, I can move my rook here and try to attack with the checkmate. That's what I'm thinking right now. Or I could go here and weaken his king side. Although, if I were to move here, he'd probably take with the queen. I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually gonna move my pawn this way, threatening this bishop. So he'll have to move somewhere. Not sure where he's gonna go. He might just move all the way back. I suppose he could go here. But either way, like I said, if I bring my rook here, I'm very close to checkmate, and he's going to be worried about that. And this pawn, he is in a pretty good position right now, but it's going to be hard to defend. Because if I move him, then he's no longer defended. Okay, so he plays a good move. I cannot take his bishop here because of his knight. So the strategy is actually fairly simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move here, threatening this knight. He's going to have to move or take the trade, and I'll be able to take the bishop. And remember, if I do take, he'll have to bring in his queen. And that's where things are going to get interesting. So let me just make sure that there's no other move I can make first. If I were to take him here, he might move his knight, and then I could take. But he'd most likely take with his king. So what if I were to go here? Well, yeah, I have to move that knight. So I'm going to go ahead and place my bishop here onto e5, and we'll see what he does. thinking if I take, then he'll take with this queen. But then I'll be able to take his bishop. So he's most likely going to move his bishop first. I still need to bring this knight in, and I still haven't castled. So those are two things to still consider. We're on move, 10 or 11, and we're making some pretty dire moves right now. Okay, so if I go here, he'll take, threatening to take me. So what I'm thinking is to bring my pawn here. That way if he takes, I can take with my pawn, continuing to protect this pawn. That's my current thoughts. Yeah, if I take, then he'll just take. So let's do that. Let's protect with the pawn. Because I would really like to take one of these if possible. If he does decide to move his white squared bishop, then I can attack this pawn with my queen, and that'd be checkmate. So he's in a very sticky situation at the moment. Things are looking pretty good for us. I'll let you guys know right now, this is probably going to be my only game tonight. Okay, he makes a pretty good move. He decides to push the pawn. So let's go ahead and analyze the situation. If I were to take, he would take. Then I could take. I'd still have a pretty good little pawn chain taken over the center, and I would be weakening his defense. So that would be good. Or I could bring my rook in right now. Or I could continue developing so I could castle. It's not a race. I do stuff 3.5 minutes. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this. And if he does take here, I could actually move here, putting him in check. But I'll probably save that for later, because I'm not sure what I would do with that at the moment, because I can't take this. So we do have a potential checkmate right here, although he has an escape square. Okay, so he takes with his knight, which is a mistake on his part, because I could go here, put him in check, and then take that knight, I believe. So let's go ahead and make that move. So he's in check. He can either defend with his rook, or he can move away. And I think he's going to have to move away there. Yeah, either way, I'm able to secure this knight. So I'm up by 3. Oh, or he could simply move his knight there. Forgot about that. Okay. Let's think here, guys. Let's think about what we want to do. This knight is in a good spot because he's protecting this square. This knight is kind of trapped. I think I should just continue developing and get both of my rooks in these positions. Prepare for an attack. If I go here, it's not really going to do anything. I stuck. Could go here. That would be a trade. But then he'd move here and just kill my pawn. So let's continue developing. I think my queen is safe for now. Oh, you know what? He could take that pawn. Take. Alright, now I am running out of time. Maybe I should move my rook here. Give some extra backup to this square. Or I could offer a trade. He'd take, I'd take, he'd move here. Or I could put him in check. He has to move here. I could go here. That's not going to do very much, though, is the problem. And I'll just be sacrificing this guy. Dang it, guys. Things do not look super good because I've been wasting so much time. But that's just what I like to do. I like to analyze. He prevents me from castling, which is a shame. Dang it. That was a good move. I think I've been underestimating my opponent, unfortunately. But not all is lost. Let's get him to move his queen. And he's in a tight spot. Not many places he can go without my queen attacking him. So maybe he'll move down here. Maybe he's going to move here. Let's just keep on attacking that queen. Okay, so he actually offers a trade. Here he takes here. Okay. Or I could go here. He takes. I go here. For the sake of time, let's go ahead and do the trade. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a big mistake, unfortunately. So he'll probably move his knight. Hopefully I can take this guy. I am threatening to make a queen, but there's nothing on the line. I can't protect this square with my white squared bishop. Yeah, I think what he's going to do is no, interesting, okay. So I'm able to do that. So that's a trade. Not a good one, though. Let's get my rook out. His knight's in a good spot. I can't put him in check. Just try to get him to move. Let's see where he's going to go here. I don't think he can go anywhere, actually. I think I've taken his knight back, which is fantastic. Very much needed. Yeah, if he goes here, here, or here, I'm able to take. So that's a big help. That's a big help. Now he's only up by one piece. It's a castle and a knight versus my bishop and rook. Sorry, rook, not castle. It's time to start trying to pick off some guys. Open things up. I should move this bishop, actually. So this is turning out to be a closer game than I was thinking it was going to be, not going to lie, guys. Get those sweaty palms rolling. Let's move back. Maybe he'll take a trade. We'll see. If I am able to... Perfect. Okay. So now if we get this guy to move, I can start marching towards the queen, which would be awesome. Now how we're going to do that, not sure. I'll probably just push with my king. But we have to try and create a queen here. That's what I'm thinking our only chances. Which means that we're going to have to take the long route, unfortunately. Probably go here, here, here. Or we could push, he'd take, I'd go here and then go around. But that'd be sacrificing. I could push now, actually. Because if he were to take, I would take him. That was a good move. That was a good move. I'm now up by 1. I'm able to take these 2 down with my bishop. Time to start marching up. This is close. This is close, people. Sweaty palms. He has a lot more time than I do, but maybe I could start pushing this guy. Heart's thumping, people. Heart is thumping. As nerdy as that sounds. We're at more or less of a standstill here. That's the problem. And he has 2 pawns over here. I only have 1. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's starting to push. Okay. I can't get in there. Are we trapped? What do we do? What do we do here, guys? Man, I don't know. Let's move this guy back, protect. This guy's going to start marching. Bring my king away. Maybe bring my king here. Because his king cannot kill either of these pieces. Well, I mean, you could kill this guy, but I'm going to be keeping my king close by. So let's go here, try to scoop these guys up. I really want to push this guy, you know. Okay. One wrong move, that's all it takes, people. If he goes here, I'll take. I just messed up. That's the game, guys. Dang it. Oh, sorry about that. Things get so tense when you're that close. That's a shame. That's a shame. I really thought I was gonna win that one. But what can you do? Again, I'm always running out of time, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing when it comes to learning in chess. It's just, it makes things very difficult. I still have a very small chance, but he would have to blunder big time. And even if I do create a queen, he's not going to be in check. Because he's down here. Probably just be a trade. Push, push. See, his mistake right now is he's not getting his king in on the action. If he wants to kill my pawn without sacrificing his queen, he needs to bring them both in, but he doesn't even have time for that, so we'll see what happens. He'll probably just take this pawn. Now he's up. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. Let's see if I can get a draw, maybe. Let's see. If I were to go here and he takes, then go here. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get lucky with a draw. And move down here. No, he's not biting. This might be a draw, because he'd be covering here, here, here. Oh, but not here. That would be my escape square. Let's see. Covers this, 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 this. So I want to go here if I have any chance of drawing him. I think that's a draw? No, because this is an escape square for me. I'm going to have to really luck out if I'm going to get a draw here. Now we're going to have to analyze this game pretty heavily, because I felt like I had that in the bag, and I just misstepped at some point. There's no other spot. Let's checkmate. Yeah, well, good game. That was a painful one, but you live and you learn. So, thinking about the game. Oh yeah, I definitely had the advantage for most of that endgame. This is surprising though. Yeah, I was up with the bishop, which should guarantee you the win, but I lose this step right here. Let's see, moving there. Oh, he didn't bite. Moving here. So it looks like I was supposed to push. How would I win that, though? Can I create a pass pawn with these guys? So we're basically at a standstill like this. Okay, if I move my bishop, then he can move either one of his pawns. So these guys can't move. This guy can't move, or else I'm going to start pushing my pawn. Go here. So force his guy to move. Come back here. Push. He's going to take, though. I have no idea how I'm winning this. No, you don't want me to push? Alright, let's analyze the entire game here. In the beginning, pretty standard stuff, equal. I was able to get a big jump on him here. The better move would have been to take his knight. And I guess I would have been able to win a strong piece of material. That would have given me the advantage by 3. But instead, I had taken his bishop, which kind of ruined my huge advantage in the beginning. Should have taken this. He would have had to push. I would have gone here. No. Let's see what would have happened. I wonder why it's wanting me to take this piece. Oh. Because then I could take this guy. I see. Okay. So I'm in the lead by a pretty good amount. Even though we're equal material, I think it's just because his king was so far out on the open. My pieces were able to be castled, which was a giant advantage. I think we're still in the practice. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I take... He's able to move his knight around. My queen's not in a good position. He's able to stop me from castling. That was huge. We have to take the trade. I just blunder right here. Thankfully, I'm able to win it back eventually, but... yeah, that was a pretty big blunder. He makes a mistake, gives up that piece. He's only up by 1. And then this was huge right here. I was threatening to make a queen, so he had to take with his knight. I was then up by 1, but I have a bishop and he just has pawns. Pretty large advantage, but when it comes down to the end game and all you have is pawns and 1 bishop, like you have to be super careful in how you play things, because anything that's on a dark square can't be attacked by my bishop. It has to be my queen, or excuse me, my king or my pawns. So it just complicates things. This was a complete draw right here, but I guess he messed up. So, pretty big lead. I just moved my pieces to the wrong spots, unfortunately. And that allowed him to go ahead and make a queen. And again, right here, I was still in the lead. I just needed to block that pawn. I don't know why I took and kind of gave up. I shouldn't have, because I guess I was still in the lead by a good amount. I was just confused at how I was going to be able to win if, you know, let's say I did put my guy here, how I was going to be able to win. Because he most likely would have taken my pawn, right? Oh, well, he can't right now. But, okay, so he blocks. And then he's blocking this pawn, he's blocking this pawn, he's blocking this pawn. And I just have a bishop. And he's coming at me with these guys. So, I don't know. I don't really understand that. But that's why we have this, is to find out. Okay. So I go here, he's not able to make a queen, and I'm still blocking him. So it's basically what we were doing before, except now instead of being up here, or up here, one of those two, we're just down here. This is just an interesting endgame that I don't get into very often, where it's bishop and pawns. He has to move, and then I guess I start pushing while protecting him. Yeah, and he can't bring this guy in, because then I would take him and I would march towards a queen. So he can't do anything right now. It's a mistake, so I guess it just wants me to take one of these pawns. No. How am I supposed to protect this guy then? Okay. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Man, it hurts when you're playing a game. And, you know, sometimes games go like this, where you're winning by a ton, then you're losing by a ton, then you're winning by a ton. I mean, it's just simple things. You guys could see right here, that was such a strange game that had 10 blunders. He had 8. Only 50%, 56% accuracy. Mostly because of that endgame. That endgame was just horrendous. But it gives me something to study, right? It gives me something to study. I can now start studying how to play an endgame with just pawns and a single bishop, which is good practice, because if I'm able to do that, do some puzzles, do some practice, the next time I come across this situation, which will happen in the future, I will be better prepared, and hopefully I can come out on top. So, sorry for the loss, guys, but that's just how it is. Looks like we are now down to, what is that, 1227, I believe. Hope you guys did enjoy the content, though. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and donate. Check out our sponsor, link in the description, skittles.com, Taste the Rainbow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.